Hi everyone, welcome back to the next video on this channel. So recently I have been getting multiple comments in my comment box where the people are just confused about the unattended robot. So they wanted to know how exactly does a robot work when the screen is locked. What are the settings that we have to do in unattended mode so that the robot is successfully able to run when the machine is in a lock state. So I thought of creating a video on this unattended mode of execution. So let us see the agenda for this video. First, we will create a process in UiPath Studio. We will trigger the process in UiPath Studio and we will try to analyze the output. Post that, what we will do is we'll deploy the same process to the orchestrator and we'll try to execute the same from UiPath orchestrator as well and see if we are getting the same output. Since the process which we are working is an unattended process, so the next step in the video will be we will simply lock the machine, and now instead of running it from the studio or the orchestrator, we will lock the machine and we will try to run the process from the mobile orchestrator. So in the first attempt the process will break and it won't be able to run in the unattended mode because we have not done any setting. So what we will do next, in the next we will try to update the code, update the license, and see what are the things that are required in an unattended automation to run when the machine is in a locked state. Post that, once the code update and everything is done, we will redeploy the nugget to the orchestrator. We will again lock the machine, we will validate and then see what all updates we have done. Before directly jumping into the video, if you are not sure how do we use the mobile orchestrator, I have a dedicated video which I'll put the link in the description and you can refer that how do we use a mobile orchestrator with UiPath. Also, please do check out the channel, go to the videos and you can see all the interesting video which I have uploaded in the channel, and please don't forget to subscribe to the channel to get the latest update. Having said that, let's get started. I am in my UiPath Studio. I have an automation written in front of me. Let us see what exactly that automation is doing. So in the automation, we are opening the browser. We are navigating to the Acme site. Post that, we will fetch the credential from the orchestrator. We will log into the Acme site. We will extract some of the report and save the report to the Excel. So this is the automation which is written. So it, first of all, it kill the process, then it's open the browser. Once the browser is open successfully, it will get the credential from the orchestrator. It will type the user ID, type the password, click on the login button. Once the login is successful, it will simply go ahead and click on the healthcare button, click on the daily appointment, and then do the scraping of the data. That is a data abstraction, and whatever the results are available, it will simply go ahead and write that data to an Excel. Now I have one more folder which is available on my machine. The folder is called the desktop, temp and the data. There is no Excel sheet as of available now. So once I run this process, what is expected that it will extract the data, get entire data, whatever we have specified, and store the data in an Excel file at this location. So let me simply go here and try to execute first it from the UiPath Studio. I'll save everything. I'll go here and run the file. Okay, so the robot has started. It will first open the MS Edge browser. That is what we have configured. Now the next thing, it will get the user ID and the password. This is stored in the credential asset. It will click on the login button, healthcare, download the daily appointment. Then whatever data it is available on the screen, it will scrape the data and the process is completed successfully. Now let me go back to the folder, and in the data you will see I have the data for edge.xlsx which is just created now. Okay, and if I simply open the data, we have all the data which was visible on the Edge Chromium. Okay, so let me go back to my UiPath Studio. So this was a simple automation which was written. Apart from that, if you simply go to the log, so what we are doing here, we are just logging each and every step which the bot is taking. So first of all, the credential was successful, the bot has typed the credential, the login was successful. It clicked on the button, the data was abstracted, and the data was successfully pasted at this location. So we are also logging all the steps which are taken by the bot. Now let us go and see what all activities we are using in this process. So first of all, we are using a kill process activity to clean the environment. Then we are using an activity called open browser, get credential to get the credential from the orchestrator, type into activity to type the username, and using an activity called type secure text to type the password, using the click activity to click on the items to get the report, data abstracting to get and extract the data in the form of a data table from the Acme website, and at the last write range activity to just write the data into the Excel sheet. And we, in between the activities, we are also using an activity which is called the log message activity, which is responsible for typing the output here. This same output will be available when we trigger the same from the orchestrator. So this is what we are doing here, and these are all the set of activities which are getting used in this process. Now let me just simply save everything. I'll go here and I'll publish this solution to orchestrator. Okay, so how do we publish? So I go here and I click on the publish. It will ask me for the publishing option. So this is my process name, Acme Linear Process. The current version is 1.0.7. We'll just use the 1.0.8. So this is the version which we are going to use. So I'll just simply go here and click on the publish. Okay, so the project is published successfully. Hit OK, and the version is 1.0.8. Coming back to my orchestrator, this is the folder which I am working on. If I simply go to the automations, so this is the process which we are working on. So if you will see, the current version is 1.0.7. We have recently updated a new one. So this says that, okay, you have a new version. So let me just simply go here and update it to the latest version. I'll hit confirm. And now this version will be updated to 1.0.8. I'll go here, I'll close this Excel first, and let me just simply delete this data because now we want to run the same process from the UiPath orchestrator. Now this automation is available and we can trigger the same from here, and let us see whether we are getting the same output or not. Okay, so let me go to the jobs, and from here what we can simply do is we can just select the process, and we will, that is the Acme Linear Process, and I'll click on start. Now a new job will be created. The command will be sent to the UiPath assistant here, and now the robot should trigger. The command is sent. The robot has triggered and it has opened the MSH. Now doing the same thing, typing the username, typing the password, click on the login, healthcare, click on the daily appointment, extract the data, and the process is successful. Now let me just go back to the folder, and the file is available here. Now how do we validate the logs? I can simply go to the recent one few seconds ago. I'll click here and click on view the logs, and we can see what all steps the bot has taken. The credential was successful, fetch successful, then the type was successful, login, it has clicked, the data was abstracted, and the data was pasted at these drives, and at the end there was a log which says process completed successfully. So same process now we are able to run from UiPath orchestrator as well. This is my mobile screen. So if you can see, I have just logged the screen now. Now we will try to run the automation when the machine is logged. Okay, so from my mobile device, as you can see, I have installed the Orchestrator mobile app in my mobile device. Okay, so I'll go to my tenant. This is my tenant. From here, we will try to trigger the same job. So I'll go to the jobs. I'll just select the process which is the Acme process and hit on start job from the mobile orchestrator. It says start the job. I'll say yes. Now the job has been created, and if you'll notice, the job is in pending state. That means now it will soon begin to execute in the machine which is in the log state. Okay, so now if I just go back and verify, you will see that machine is still in the log state. Let us see how exactly the robot behaves. I'll go back to my mobile orchestrator. Here I can click on the view logs and see, you can see the Acme process was started and the credential has been fetched successfully. The next step is the bot has to type the username, that is my email ID, in the mailbox. Okay, and we have received an exception which says the job is faulted. Okay, so let us try to see where exactly it has failed. So I can just click on the view logs, and if you'll notice that the second one which says type into input email was faulted. Now, if you notice, the machine is still in the log state. Let me just log into the machine and see what has happened. So I'll just log into the machine now. And if you will notice, there is an Edge browser which is open and the bot was not able to type the email address. If I just copy error details, let me just copy and paste it in the notepad. You will notice that timeout has reached. I am logged into the machine and I can see the process which has failed now. The same error would be available in the orchestrator as well. So I'll simply navigate to the folder which we are working, that is the admin folder. Under the automation, in the jobs, we would see that the last job which we have triggered has faulted. Now I simply go here and click on this button. We will be able to see the same error which we have received on the mobile orchestrator. I'll hit close. I can further go ahead and review the logs also. So if you will see the logs, it says the credential fetch was successful while the robot encountered an exception while typing the value into the input email. If I just go here, so this was the type of error. So level was error and it has got an issue while typing the value into the input email. So this is the benefit which we get when we correctly rename the activities in UiPath Studio. Okay, now let us try to fix that. Let me try to go and do some of the settings to run the process in the background. So I will go back to my UiPath Studio, and if you notice, we are using some of the activities here. So if I quickly pull up the notepad, these are the set of activities which we are using, right? Kill process, open browser, get credential, type into type secure text, and all of this. Now if you'll just notice the last run, so if I simply go to the automation and in the jobs, this is the last faulted one. If you'll just go to the logs, you will notice that we are facing issue into the type input email. Credential fetch successful log is getting generated in the orchestrator. So now if I just compare the logs with my logs in the studio, so it means that the browser was able to open successfully, the credential were getting fetched. I am facing some issue in the input email. Let me just try to fix it. I'll go to the properties. Here you will notice that we have not enabled either of the simulate type or the simulate click. So what exactly is this? You can just hover over them and you can read about them. More details is always available on the docs.uipath.com. So just giving a quick explanation that whenever we use simulate type, it means that it uses the technology of the target application. This is the fastest and it works in the background. Okay, so how do I enable it? I simply go here and I click on this guy. So it says true. Now let me just do the same thing for the password as well. I'll go to the properties and click on this one. So this input type property is applicable to wherever we are doing the UI interaction. So we are doing the UI interaction here, and when we are also doing the UI interaction on the click of the login button. So I'll go to the properties, do the same thing, click on the login button. Now this is one more click. Once the login is successful, I am also clicking here. I'll enable that guy for here also. So login button is done. This is done. In the click download appointment, so wherever you see, I just enable the simulate click. That means that that will give the capability to run it in the background. Okay, so now this is all the data extraction and everything. Now the write range can happen in the background because we are using the workbooks and not the Excel application scope, and kill process can work in background. Okay, let us save this. And so once you save it, it will be not directly available in the orchestrator. What you have to do, you have to go here and publish this guy. Now the version is 1.0.9. I simply go and hit on the publish button. That will publish the new packet to the orchestrator. It says the new version of the Acme linear process is pushed to orchestrator. Now I am in my UiPath orchestrator. I'll go to the folder which we are working on. Under the automation, click on the processes and you will see something call the Acme linear process here. The current version is 1.0.8 and we have just triggered a new version. So how do we upgrade it? I simply go in the three dots and click on the upgrade to latest version. I'll just click confirm. Okay, so now my latest version is 1.0.9. Now let us try to execute the same process again. Version 1.0.9 is available. Again, I am back on my mobile screen, and now let me just go ahead and lock the machine once again. I can verify that okay, the machine is locked. I'll go back to my mobile orchestrator. Let us just wait for it to load. Okay, and I'm back in my mobile orchestrator. I'll go back to the tenant which we are working on. I'll just go to the jobs. From the jobs, I will just select the process which we have to work, that is the Acme process, and the latest version it will pick. I'll simply go ahead and click on the start job and select yes. Now it has started, the job has been created, and you can see the bot has started its execution. I can go back and verify okay, my machine is still in the locked state. Now let us see with the changes we have made whether the bot is able to complete or not. I'll just refresh it and you can see the bot is in running state. Okay, let us just go ahead and verify the logs. So as you can see, the logs was successful and the machine is still in the locked state. Okay, I can just verify that one, that machine is in locked state. I'll go back to the orchestrator, and as you can see the credential fetched was successful. Now the bot has to type, and if you'll notice now with the new updates the entire job has been completed successfully and we were successfully able to get the output result as well. So if we'll just go to the view logs, you can see all the logs of an successful run which we expect. Now I am back to my machine. I'll simply again go back to the folder. I'll go to the jobs, and if you will notice this is the job which was just successfully completed 1 minute ago. I can verify that same by going to the view logs, and the complete data is pasted. To verify, I will simply go back to the folder, hit refresh, and I can see a latest file is created here. So that means my process was successfully able to run the bot even when the machine was logged. Okay, so now since we are able to run the unattended robot when the machine was locked, let us see what kind of robot configuration is required in the orchestrator. So in the orchestrator, the license for the robot should be unattended. So how do and where do we check that? So I am in my UiPath orchestrator community edition. If you go to the tenant and in the users, you will see all the users which are logged on to the orchestrator. As of now, this is the user which I am working on, this guy. So what I was doing in the video, you would have seen that I was doing everything on this folder which is called the admin folder. The user access can be checked from both location. We can check it from the all users also. So if we'll go to this user and I simply go here and click on edit. So in the roles, if you notice that I have allowed this user to be an automation user. In the unattended robot setting, I have provided the username of my laptop and the password of the machine. So where did I get this username from? So if you'll simply go to CMD and you have to type who am I, and you will get the current laptop name and the user, which is for me this is the username, and the password which I have specified is my Windows credential, and all of this is getting stored in the orchestrator database. So this settings implies that my user, which is the user which I am logged in, is enabled for the automation user. Now what I have done is I have created a separate folder which is called the admin folder. You would have seen that we are doing all this automation in this guy, right? So if you simply go to the automation, you can see that this was the Acme process which we were running. Now let me just go back to the folder once again. In the home, you will see there is something which is called the user. So this user is the same user because we have only assigned one user to this one. So that says it is unattended and attended both. Okay, now let us see how exactly have we assigned the machine and the licenses unattended. Okay, so I'll go back to the tenant, which is the orchestrator tenant. If we'll go to the folders, so this is the folder. So this is the folder which I have created for myself, admin folder, this one, where are all the automations and everything is working. If you will notice, in the users I have assigned this user, right? And if we'll simply go to the machine, here you will notice that I have assigned the machine which I am currently working on. If you simply go and click on this one, here you can see that I have assigned a license of unattended type. So that is why the robot is able to work in an unattended mode. So two things: one, I just have simply assigned a role of an automation user. Second, I have assigned an unattended license to the robot which I am working on, so that gives an capability to my robot to work in an unattended mode. Okay, so that completes the video for today's session. Let's have a quick recap. Today in this video, what we have done is we have tried to create a process in Studio, we deployed it in Orchestrator, we locked the machine, run it from the mobile orchestrator, and we faced some issue, the timeout issue. To fix the timeout issue, we updated the code, we updated the simulate click property, enabled it for all the activities which were doing the UI interaction. We have seen that what type of licenses we are using in the UiPath orchestrator, that is the unattended license. Then we did all these changes, we logged the machine again, and we were successfully able to run the process, unattended process, even when the machine is locked. So that is all for this video. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please do subscribe to the channel, and happy automation.